guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome. My name is Aiden. I am so happy that you are here. Welcome to July. I can't believe it's July already. It is my birthday month, so I just got all of the emails from all of the companies that are like, happy birthday, and I'm like, oh, there's so many deals that I want to deal with. But anyway, I wanted to come on here because yes, it is Sample Saturday, and I'm going to talk about a lot of samples because I was using quite a few things this past couple weeks. But also I wanted to kind of give you an update. I know I've been kind of sporadic with everything. My video is uploading as I'm filming this for Friday's video, which is on pineapple scents. So it's really late today because I went to bed because it wasn't loading, and it was loading very slowly, and it was still not loaded when I woke back up. So we started again. Anyway, before I start complaining and telling you all of my woes, I do want to thank Tisha Keen. I won her giveaway, her 3,000 subscriber giveaway, and that really just boosted my month because it has been a terrible month. And if you haven't watched her channel, you need to watch her channel. She is fantastic. She talks a lot about Bath & Body Works projects and products. She does Project Juice It Up. She does hauls and all of that type of stuff. She does some really interesting, fun things like superlatives and stuff. Her channel is great. So go check her out. And yes, thank you so much, Tisha. That really boosted my month because June was kind of all over the place. Very stressful month indeed. Also, if this is your first time, please do consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what samples you've been using or how your June went. Hopefully you had a better month than me. So life, it's been crazy. I am at my parents'. So little background, the house that I live in most of the year is actually the house that I grew up in. It is owned by my parents because the same time that I got a full-time job was the same time that the housing market just went and skyrocketed. And yeah, a single person can't really afford, well, at least on my salary, can't afford a place of their own. So my mom kind of goes back and forth because what happened was the same week I got into grad school, my dad got a job offer in another part of the country. And so he moved, and my mom wanted to keep our house because I'm fourth generation, and she wanted to stay there because, that's where all of her family is, where, she wanted to keep roots there as well, which worked out good because I needed a place to stay too. So after grad school, my grad school actually provided housing, which was just amazing. But then after grad school, I moved back, and yeah, I've been there ever since. It's I have parts of the house that are mine, and then parts that are very much my parents' stuff still. Anyway, my mom was there, and she thought she spilled coffee in the hallway and didn't really think anything about it. Something like that happens. You don't always remember it, especially when you're getting older. Anyway, that stain never went away, and it just we were trying to soak it up and it didn't work. So eventually we were like, you know what, it looks like it's spreading. I think this is something else, because it was in the hallway outside of our shower. So we called in restoration. They came in and they're like, okay, yeah, it looks like your shower's probably leaking and we'll get insurance. So got insurance involved, did all of that. Obviously not gushing leak or anything like that. So they came in, they said, okay, we're going to put a pod outside your house, and then we'll have people come in. They will load everything in this room because we have a storage room. They've been in the house for a long time. So there's just a lot of stuff. So the storage room will move out most of the stuff in that room so that we can work, because since it shares a wall with the shower. Anything else that's in the hallway will move out, and everything in the bathroom and everything. And we're like, okay. And they said, so they'll deliver it probably on Monday, and we'll be there on Tuesday. Great. So then they delivered the pod the next day. So we got it on Thursday. Great. Perfect. Expected them. They get somebody who has a true emergency. So they they get delayed. We get delayed by over a week, which really sucked because I had tickets to see the New Kids on the Block, and I ended up having to sell those tickets because we couldn't make it, because we were waiting for them to come so that they could have keys to the house and be able to get in and stuff, and we didn't know when they were coming. So they come in. That's the day I filmed my first SAS haul, when I was like, I got 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, because they came in at before 8 in the morning, and then it was all day, making sure that anything that we needed was kind of pulled, because we didn't know what they were doing, because they explained it, but they didn't really explain it, and it didn't seem like as extensive as it ended up being. So they pulled all the stuff out of our house. Well, not all the stuff, but, vast majority. And then they started doing, looking at things, and it was a terrible leak. So we ended up not being able to stay in the house. They thought we would be able to stay there during it all, and that did not happen. So they had insurance put us up in a hotel for a few days, and then ended up driving here to my parents. And my dad was actually, because we had thought about, he was visiting too. So the three of us were in a hotel for a few days, and it's completely extensive. They had to completely tear out the entire bathroom. So both walls, there was another couple leaks that we didn't even know about, and there was black mold, unfortunately. So they pulled out everything from our linen cabinet, because the way it's structured is we have the tub, and then in the hallway we had a linen cabinet, and that was completely torn out. They had to tear out the linen cabinet, and there was black mold on the wall. Luckily, like the bottom half where most of the leaking was, were in drawers, so they actually, nothing was touching, so they didn't get it. But some of the stuff in the bottom shelf of the linen cabinet, they took to dry cleaners to hopefully get the black mold out of it, because it was my mom's comforters from her time in college, and she and her roommate had matching comforters, and those were in there. And that's my aunt that passed away. And then I had my strawberry shortcake sheets, which are collector's items. Those were in there, and so we haven't heard anything about those. We don't know what's going on with that. So completely got the entire bathroom under the sink. They were going to pack up all of that stuff, and I'm a little worried about all my Bath and Body Works that was under that cabinet, because it's sitting out in a pod on the driveway, and hopefully they packed it well. Fingers crossed. That's all I can do. So they pulled out the vanity, the countertops and all of that. They pulled out the toilet that we're going to have to pay for, and the pipes we're going to have to pay for. We don't know beyond that at this moment. The tub they had to pull out, and they're getting rid of it and replacing it, and all the shower heads. So that's the only thing we've chosen so far is the shower heads. So they sent us 3 options, and I got the deciding vote because I'm going to be the person living in this house the longest. But yeah, it's been really stressful. That was really a shock and terrible. So we were up. We finally got booked into our hotel at 1 in the morning. So it was a very, very long day, because also we were dealing, we were playing phone tag with oh, we could get you this place. That sounds great. Oh, wait, that place now is booked. Okay. And they finally got us in a town 2 towns over, which I'm just, glad we had some place to stay, because they were going to turn off all of the water. There's only 1 full bath in this house. It's a 1.5 bath, but my dad never finished remodeling the other bathroom. So it doesn't have a sink. He never finished it. Anyway, so yeah, the other problem is all of our cabinetry in the house matched. So in the half bath and the full bath, and in the kitchen and the hall closet, the linen closet, everything matched. So there's been a lot of stress stress about our belongings, you know, because both my mom and I are collectors. So like we have collector dolls that do not deal well in the heat. You know, breakables, tried to get all of those out and make sure they were somewhere. And just not being there and not being able to go in there, because when we did go in, it took like the next day after that, they needed they needed to know where to turn off the water, and our house is so old that we don't have like a shutoff valve in the house, which I guess is a thing. So you actually have to turn it off at the street level, and then they didn't know where our electric box was, which was out in the garage, and we had kind of piled up stuff in front of that because we were trying to keep our stuff that we wanted nice away from where the work was happening. And so we went in the following day, so this is day 3, just to get like clothes, because we were like, okay, we're gonna head to Kansas, and we have no idea, like they're still working on it. It's been a couple weeks ever since since before I got here, so it's been a lot. So yeah, just a lot of stress, a lot of just like throwing things together, trying to get everything packed away. Our stuff is scattered all over, and like the stress of having to unpack all of that is there. Not being able to be in our house, not being able to like actually see the things to make the choices. Like we're just looking at pictures and stuff, and it's not going to be this, like, it's not going to be close to the same. They're doing as much as they can, but there's like certain things that are not going to be the same. Our vanity is what they keep calling it, was a built-in, and I love those type of pieces, and they can't replicate that because insurance won't pay for a custom built, so that means they have to get something else. And those are much smaller than what we had. We had a single sink and then like a large counter space, which we really used and needed. So we won't be able to have that. If they put in 2 sinks, they're going to have to do extra replumbing, which is going to cost us more money. So we either get a much smaller workspace in the bathroom, or we have to pay more. So I don't know. It's been really stressful. It's part of the reason why, like, when we had the opportunity to kind of forget things and go to Bath and Body Works and space out and buy too much, that's what we did. So yeah, that is what's going on. I mean, luckily everything was kind of contained and it wasn't spreading, so that was good. When we did go in, this is all over the place, sorry, but when we did go in to get the rest of our stuff and like stuff that we needed for the next like month and a half, we had to wear masks in there, and they have most of our house just blocked off. So the 2 front bedrooms, which is like the master bedroom and then like the room, my room, those 2 were the only rooms that we could really go into. We couldn't go into the rest of the house because of the black mold and the mold abatement that they were going to be doing, which means we didn't get our refrigerator cleaned out, which means we're going to have, well, you know, our refrigerator is not going to be pleasant to clean when we get back. So yeah, all of that we're trying to deal with and not worry about. But the back bedroom, it had hardwood floors. They're going to have to tear out half of the flooring and replace it because the subfloor was damaged as well from this leak. The wood flooring was peeling, was flaking away because it had so much water damage and spots. We had a dresser up against the wall, and when they pulled the dresser out, part of the wall came with it. So they're going to have to replace, insurance is supposed to replace that dresser. We had a cardboard closet that was full of my baby clothes. The closet was damaged. The stuff inside wasn't, which is good. For the most part, none of our, there's only a very few things that were actually damaged. So we're grateful for that, but it's also very stressful, and just the whole thing has been a mess. And then we got here, and yeah, just a lot of things going on. And just running around like crazy. We're in a smaller town here, and so like if we want to go anywhere or do anything, like it's, you know, at least half an hour drive there and back, and so it takes up a lot of time. And I've been trying to film in between, but it's like dealing with daylight and all of that. So yeah, that is what's going on. That is why I've been all over the place, why uploads haven't been going out, why I haven't updated my Instagram in forever. I did try to post a couple things, but there's just been a lot. Okay, let's get into samples. I have gone through a lot of samples the past couple weeks. So let's start with foil packets. I did the Murad Essential C Day Moisturizer, SPF 30. I liked this one. I grabbed this because I had another moisturizer with SPF that stung my eyes like crazy. Like it was, I really should have just washed my face after putting it on and having it sting, but I thought it would go away, but it just kept like coming and going for several hours. So that one I definitely would never use. This one was okay. It wasn't my favorite, and yeah. Same with this one. This one is a little bit more greasy. This is the Anthelios 60 from Roche-Posy. So much better coverage. It was fine. Not my favorite. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite moisturizer with SPF because that's not something I normally like reach for. A mask. This is the Pumpkin Pore Detox Mask and Scrub from Urban Skin RX. This was so interesting. So this one, it was really messy to get out. Like it just didn't want to come out. But it was warming. So I put it on and I was like, oh, it's one of those warming masks, which are a very interesting sensation. It doesn't burn or anything. It's just, it gets warm. So I did enjoy it. I might purchase it again. I'm not usually a big pumpkin mask fan, but that one was pretty interesting and I did enjoy it. And I feel like it helped out. I did this in the hotel because I was like, there's just a lot. I need to detox. Then I have a Rituals soap. This is the Ritual of Karma. It's Holy Lotus and Organic White Tea. It's really pretty. It's very, very light scent. It was a nice bar soap. I still have this. This is packed up somewhere with my stuff. So I will finish it, but I did get a few uses out of it. Then I have a mask from Glamglow. This is not what I was thinking. This is the Thirstymud Hydrating Treatment. So I thought this was a, you know, traditional mask. It is not. It is one that you can leave on all day or all night. I mean, so it's fine. I'll probably use it as a night sleeping mask. I'm not going to finish it though for my project pan. I'm just going to put that out there right now. The Balance Me Congested Skin Serum. I didn't really like this one. It was very thin. It has a herbally scent to it, an earthy type of scent, and I don't think it did much good to my skin, so that's a no. This one was very heavy rose scented, and I didn't like that. This is the Organic Pharmacy Double Rose Rejuvenating Creme Visage. It's a face cream. I didn't like this one. It was just too heavily scented of rose. It was fine as a neck and chest serum, but not one that I would ever like search out again. Then I have from Wander Beauty, this is the Drift Away Cleanser, and this one is really nice. I really enjoyed this. I have gone through 2 bottles of this now from Wander Beauty, and I would purchase a full size of this. This is probably my second favorite thing from Wander after the golden, you know, the baggage claim eye masks. All right, next up is a perfume that I want to purchase. This is the 7 Virtues Lotus Pear. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I love pear and fragrances, and this one is kind of like a watery pear. It is so good. I really enjoyed it. I need another sample of it. I really just need a bottle of it, but not right now because I need to not spend money right now. Then we have from Kiehl's, this is the Retinol Skin Renewing Daily Microdose Serum. It's fine. I don't love Kiehl's products for the most part, and this is another one that I feel like is just okay. It's nothing super special, but it's nothing that I get excited about. Then I have from Kinship, this is the Self Reflect Probiotic Moisturizing Sunscreen. Yes, I was trying to use a little bit more sunscreen, mostly just for my face, because that one that I told you that stung my eyes, I've been using that one on my arms and my neck and, you know, any other part that's showing. So this one has a tint to it, and it does rub in pretty well. As you can see, if you massage it in, it disappears pretty good. Just gives you a little bit of a glow. So I have enjoyed that as a sunscreen. I will be finishing that one. So the only two things I haven't finished, well, three things. There are three things I haven't finished: Glamglow, Kiehl's, and the Kinship. All of the other ones, they are gone because I was using more samples because that's what was easy to grab. Then I have one final sample. This is the Pacifica Dreamy Youth Day and Night Face Cream. There was a lot left in it that I could tell, so I did cut it open. It was fine. It was a decent moisturizer. It didn't pill on me because I used it on my neck and chest for the most part. So it worked fine. I didn't love it. It wasn't like super luxurious or anything. It was kind of a thinner formula, but it did its job. So it was fine. As you can tell, there's a lot more samples these past couple weeks than there have been in more recent times. I was trying to use up some stuff, and especially when I got to the sunscreens, I was like, you know what? I'm going to use up some foil packets. Let's get some stuff out. I think that moving forward, for the next, for the summer, I'm probably still going to do my every other week sample Saturday, but I think moving into September, I'm just going to do them once a month. So just because I'm not using as much, and I'm working on a project pan and a project Use It Up, so I want to use full sizes for that. So still every other week for the next few weeks, and then we'll be moving into every month, just to kind of consolidate. I feel like when I come on here with 5 products that I've used in 2 weeks, or less, I need more. I feel like it needs more. Anyway, let me know how you are doing. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.